All right, we just finished the Tinker League, so let's go ahead and see what we're playing next. Paradoxical Outcome. So this is the Paradoxical Outcome deck, so named after the card Paradoxical Outcome. 4 mana instant, return any number of target non-land, non-token permanents you control to their owner's hands, and draw a card for each card returned to your hand this way. So obviously, this card pairs very well with Vintage's Busted Mana Rocks, with all of these 0 mana Moxes and Lotuses and whatnot, so you can cast Paradoxical Outcome, bounce all of these things back to your hand to draw a bajillion cards, and then just replay all of them. And in some cases, you can actually go up on mana if you bounce Mana Crypt and Soul Ring. And then the rest of the deck is pretty much a control combo deck built around that. So obviously, you've got your counter spells and like Force of Will. You've got some draw and like Lorien Reveal, Dig Through Time. You've got your, of course, busted vintage stuff like Time Walk. So you got the Time Vault combo in here. So Time Vault plus Manifold Key takes infinite turns. Urza's Saga, which can either just make a bunch of giant constructs or go and assemble, at least find the Manifold Key half of that. And then this deck could play Tinker, but is not. We've also got just like other tutors. There's a little bit of interaction with Abrade, Dress Down, and Repeal. And then some other lower tier counter spells here like Flusterstorm, and then some like tutors, Demonic Tutor, Mystical Tutor. And then the other side of the deck, besides the Time Vault combo, is we're also running Underworld Breach, and so you can cast a bunch of spells, Breach, and then cast Brain Freeze as your payoff. And one notable thing is that if you're missing the necessary escape cards for the Breach to begin, you can use Brain Freeze on yourself to dump a bunch of cards into your graveyard and use that as escape fodder to continue to cast Brain Freeze some more. And then obviously with Breach, you can keep generating mana by bringing back Black Lotus every time. So if you have Lotus and Brain Freeze, sometimes Petal too, although it takes more cards and mana to do it. But basically a 0 mana thing that sacrifices itself to generate mana, plus Brain Freeze, plus Underworld Breach, you can cast a bunch of spells, Brain Freeze, mill over a bunch of cards, and then you can alternate between casting your Mana Rocks and your Brain Freeze, and you'll have enough resources to just eventually Brain Freeze your opponent and mill their whole deck. In the sideboard, this deck is able to play Lurrus, and Lurrus obviously pairs well with things like Black Lotus, but we can also just loot Mishra's Bauble over and over to draw an extra card every turn, so that is another avenue for us to win. And then aside from that in the sideboard, we also have Tabernacle, which presumably is for the decks that just dump a bunch of creatures into play really fast, like Dredge, for example. We've got some Bolts as interaction, because we don't have white mana in our deck, other than like Mox Pearl. So Bolt, some Pithing Needle, Soul Guide Lantern for Graveyard Hate, Hurkyl's Recall for opposing artifact decks. There's Bowmasters. There's a Yixlid Jailer. Force of Negation in our board as the 5th force. We also have Mindbreak Trap and another copy of Flusterstorm. There are also versions of Paradoxical Outcome that run the Ring, and the only reason I'm not running that is because they're so expensive that I literally can't afford to rent them. But this is also a list with good results, so we will be playing this version. And yep, that is the Paradoxical Outcome deck. Round 1, we are on the play with PO. Reveal Lurrus. All right, we've got Lotus, Island, Time Vault, Saga. So that seems pretty good. So we've got the Saga to go fetch our manifold key. All right, so let's go Saga, trigger, play Lotus, play top, and then pass to them. Underground Sea, Sapphire, and then they're not doing anything. All right, so I mean I can just tap out for Time Vault here. Lorien Reveal, this ticks up. All right. So if I just jam Time Vault into play if they don't have a counter for it, and I have Force of Will backup as well, so that feels like a good option. So play Time Vault. It just immediately resolved. All right, let's pass back to them. Cast Brainstorm. Am I supposed to counter this? The fact that they allowed this to resolve tells me they just don't have anything. So the thing is, like, if they Brainstorm and find Wasteland or something, they can waste the Saga. So I think I am actually supposed to counter it. Like, almost certainly if they had counters, they would have played them, right? Like, let's just try to keep... Oh, they have their own Force of Will. All right, pitching Flusterstorm. Sure, Brainstorm resolves. I guess I could have popped Lotus to cast a Braid on their Sapphire, but that didn't seem like a good use of resources. They also don't even need to use their Sapphire, so... All right, they have finished brainstorming. Do they have the answer to Saga or Time Vault? Time Walk. All right, they have Time Walked. All right, we win. So they're something with Underground Sea. So they're main decking Flusterstorm. So that tells us something about their deck. So let's bring in our own Flusterstorm. Let's bring in probably Force of Negation. I'm not sure. Oh, they have Brainstorms in their deck. Let's bring in Bowmasters. What else? What is bad? Abrade didn't seem great. Repeal. Like, I just don't know what they are, so I'm going to cut. I assume they're like a breach deck or something. I don't feel like I need double top. All right, I'm going to try this until I know more. Again, probably the people who play Vintage all the time are screaming at me that I'm sideboarding wrong, but I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing here or like what deck they're on just based on that. So I shall board as such. Saga, we already have the key in our hand. We don't have any mana to cast anything in our hand other than just a bauble and the key. So this seems kind of bad because we have to draw into... Yeah, this seems pretty bad. I guess if Saga survives, it can find mana. This just seems bad though. It's small. This also seems quite bad. What is this hand doing? It's going Emerald, Mutavault with... or Monavault with another bauble, and we still can't play anything. Mulling to 5 seems like it's probably a death sentence in Vintage, but this hand just can't do anything. I guess I have one redraw off the bauble. I'm also on the draw, so I have 2 redraws basically, or 2 draws to find something, 3 draws to find something. Going to 5 just seems so unbelievably bad. All right, I'm gonna keep this and toss away Drustdown. Mox Emerald, Manifold Key, Tolarian Academy, Time Vault. All right, so we're just gonna lose. Oh man. Well, we drew Underground Sea, so what can I do with that? I can play Pio and draw a bajillion cards, right? Underground Sea, Emerald, Bauble, Monavault, blue, tap, Paradoxical Outcome, bounce all of these. Okay. So none of that helps. So this. I mean, I can what? Bauble and then what? Bauble. They have a delta. Okay. I mean, we lose now. Bauble trigger. We drew Force of Will. Not that that matters. All right. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, so definitely don't want to braid out. Definitely want to keep that. Force negation, repeal, Hercules. What is actually bad? Dress down, top. I'll take repeal out, I guess, and we'll try that. Reveal Lurrus. Okay, we have 1 Mox and a bunch of cards I can't cast, so mull this, even though these cards are so incredibly good, but can't keep a hand that I can't play anything. Okay, we have Time Vault along with a bajillion mana and Mental Misstep, but nothing else. I'll keep and put back Petal. All right, Sapphire, Vault, Opal, Land, Fetch, grab Volcanic, play Time Vault, over to them. And now we're just at the mercy of whatever we're drawing. Gitaxian Probus. I mean, sure, yeah, okay, we have Mental Misstep. So now they know if they cast anything on one, we have Misstep. That's fine. I mean, I could have misstepped that, but what's the point? Just to prevent 1 draw from them? I'd rather just have this so I can counter, like, Manifold Key or something. Oh, man, I guess I shouldn't have played Volk, or I shouldn't have fetched Volk, because I could put Lurrus in my hand and cast it, and I can't do that with Volk. So I should have grabbed Underground Sea. Although, even Lurrus, like, it's not doing anything on this board. Opponent plays just 1 Lotus Petal and doesn't do anything else. No. Just draw normally. Force of Will. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to put Lurrus in my hand, and over to them. They're not going to play anything? They have 8 cards in hand. They're going to play something, right? Sacks this, casts Brainstorm. All right, Mental Misstep. Are they just monolocked? So no replacing the Time Vault. We draw Lorien Revealed, which we can play. All right, blue, Vault, cast Lorien. Draw 3. We can't do anything with this, but we do have Force open, although we have to pitch Brain Freeze to do it, but this is something. Boy, do I wish I would have found Underground Sea instead of Volcanic. How do they just not have anything? Like, what in the world did they keep? Discards Besiege. All right, well, we can't even untap this even if we wanted to. So we drew Vamp Tutor. We actually can't do anything. I mean, I can Brain Freeze, but what's the point? Oh, wait, no, I have Mox Opal, so I do have black mana. All right, so if I Demonic Tutor for Manifold Key, I can play it this turn, but I can't use it this turn. So it's probably better to stay with more interaction on them and then just Vamp Tutor at the end of their turn for the Manifold Key. All right, end step, Vamp Tutor. Go and grab the Manifold Key. All right, and they're just conceding. What in the world did they keep? Is their hand, like, super good if they have mana and they kept, like, Petal, Brainstorm, Gix Probe, and then just didn't find mana? All right, round 2, we're on the draw. All right, this hand is terrible, right? We just have top and that's it. Mull this. Okay, we got T Academy with 2 artifacts that I can't tap for mana. Oh, our opponent's Serum Powdered. So they are almost certainly Dredge or Hollowvine, right? Okay, what does this hand do? I go this can't tap. Tolarian Academy taps for 2, and then I'm still not able to do anything. Although I guess I technically have Force of Will up. And I have 1 redraw with the Bauble. This also seems kind of bad, but... So the problem is if they're a Bazaar deck, then I can't even use Force of Will to interact with them. But going to 5 just seems atrocious. Oh, what did they exile? Oh, I guess I actually get to see this. Noxious Revival, Force of Vigor, Force of Will, Force of Negation. And another Serum Powder. Yeah, okay. If I keep this, what am I binning? I guess Breach? No, not Breach. The problem is I can't really get rid of anything, right? No, I guess I'm getting rid of Tutor or Breach, one of those two. All right, I'll keep this and I'll put away... It's one of these. I don't know which one, though. I guess Vamp Tutor. All right, so any artifact allows us to tap Opal. All right, yeah, there's Bazaar. So draw 2, ditching... Master of Death, Force of Vigor, Serum Powder. Plays Hollow One. Merchant Scroll. Oh, I can play Merchant Scroll, although I don't know what I can get with that. All right, so Opal. I guess I should play it, though. Solarian, Bauble, tap, cast Merchant Scroll. So Recall, right? There's no reason to get anything else, right? Just Recall. All right, grab Recall, and then we'll just pass without doing anything. Master of Death trigger goes back to their hand. They're at 19. I'm surprised they're, like, not doing anything before, like, not activating Bazaar before attacking. Huh. All right, well, back to us. We draw Underworld Breach. All right, so tap this, cast Recall. Misdirection. Well, I kind of have to respond to that. So counter this, get rid of PO. What'd they exile the Misdirection? Force Negation? Oh my god, they have another Force backup? Jeez. Double Force. And then they get to draw the cards. I can't envision any scenario where we don't just auto lose the match right here, right? Yeah, okay, let's just go to the next game. Okay, so Soul Guide, Tabernacle, Yixla Jailer. What else do I want to stop their stuff? I guess what's bad? A Braid seems pretty bad. Like, we can just kill Hollow Ones with that, and who cares? Repeal. Dress Down seems pretty bad. So we want what? I guess Orcish Bowmasters is good against Bazaar, question mark? Is Flusterstorm even good against them? I guess they have their own forces, right? So this stops their forces. What else is bad here? I don't think anything, right? Maybe I'll get rid of Dig because it's kind of slow. Yeah, I guess I'll try this. Okay, we've got POs, but nothing to do. I can Mystical Tutor for Recall or Force of Will. This hand doesn't seem great. These POs are kind of like just dead cards, right? I mean, I have Bowmasters. So what's my move here? It's turn 1 land, end of their turn Mystical Tutor for Force or something, then untap, land, pass it back to them, cast Bowmasters with Force backup. That seems decent. All right. So play Misty first to not get hit by Wastelands. They are Serum Powdering, getting rid of Pyrokinesis, Force, Mental Misstep, another Serum Powder, and double Mind Break Trap. And they're mulling to 5, which makes sense because they're a Bazaar deck. All right, Misty, go. There's Bazaar. All right, unfortunately we can't interact with this, but yeah. Discards Vengevine, Squee, Basking Root Wall of Madness. Hollow One gets Vengevine back. Yep. All right, we go to 16. End step fetch. So what am I getting off Tutor here? Is it just going to be a counterspell or is it something else? Or at this point, is it just Recall? They only have 3 cards in their hand. I guess I probably want to get Bowmasters into play. Yeah, all right. Volk, Mystical Tutor. Well, let's put Force of Will on top. Then we'll take our turn, play land, go. And hope that we can ambush Bazaar. Squee comes back to their hand. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of forced to not take tons of damage right now. So play Bowmasters. Trigger, we'll kill Rootwalla, and then I'll just have the token chump Hollow One. Or I guess I'm going to chump Vengevine, so that if they activate Bazaar this turn, I can kill it off. Alright, well, they're not activating it. Mishra's Bauble. Island Cycle Lorien revealed. Let's grab another C. Let's play it. Let's Bauble them. They have Force on top of their deck. Alright, no attacks. And then Bauble trigger. We drew Time Vault. That's not going to help. I mean, at least they can't Bazaar without us getting an Orc token, but we're just dying to what they have in play. We're at 3, and we can't really do anything. Flusterstorm, jeez. So, no, we're actually just dead on the board, right? I block one thing, we lose? Yep, all right. So I still can't tell if Bowmasters is good in that matchup or not. Is it just, like, they're always going to have Bazaar on turn 1, right? But I guess, like, it stops them from continuing to use Bazaar. So if you can mop up what they bring back on turn 1, then you can stabilize. All right, we're on the play for round 3. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Brain Freeze, we've got Manifold Key, we've got Top, we've got Urza Saga, we can Lorien for Underground Sea to Demonic Tutor, but ultimately this hand feels kind of slow, although we are on the play. I'll keep it. So we go Volk into Lorien, into Underground Sea, into Demonic Tutor. So Volcanic, go. Mana Crypt. Black Lotus. All right, lots of mana. Triple white, so I assume this is an initiative. Oh, Trinisphere. Yeah. Caracas. Oh, and they have Archon. Yeah, all right. So it's stacks of some kind. Well, cycle this. Go grab Underground Sea. Then we're going to untap. And then I can't play anything anyway, so I guess let's just play Saga to get this up. Oh, this thing also makes lands enter tapped. Very cool. All right. Well, we can't do anything. So here's hoping their Mana Crypt kills them before this kills us, I guess, question mark? That's not happening. There's no way that's happening. Like, on average, they take 1.5, so on average, we take 2. Well, we guaranteed take 2. Emeria, tapped. All right, this thing ticks up. Play Underground Sea. Still can't play anything, so back to them. Well, they're just not taking any damage off their Mana Crypt, so there's that too. So it's white stacks, or initiative stacks, for plays Dungeoneer. We are just so behind. So the Saga is going to trigger, and I can go find mana with it. So then what am I doing with that mana? So if I make a construct right here, I'm not using the mana for anything. So if I use the mana, then I'm casting Demonic Tutor, and then I'm going to try to... So what's the clock here? This is 5, 6, 7. So we go to 9, and then we're dead next turn, so I don't have time to do that. Yikes. Yeah, I don't have time to cast Demonic Tutor into whatever. So make a construct, then resolve this ability, and let's go grab, I guess, Soul Ring. Like, I could grab a Lotus and use it right now, but I have nothing that I really want to do. Like, I guess I could cast Demonic Tutor, but then I have no mana next turn. So just grab Soul Ring. All right, well, we can't play anything, so it's back to them. This thing's unblockable anyway, so I can't... Actually, yeah, I guess I shouldn't have made the construct because I literally can't block them. I guess if they attack with multiple guys, I can steal the initiative back for 1 turn. So that's something. So they attack with Dungeoneer, revealing Thalia. And we can't block them, so we're at 10, and then this is 8 plus the trap next turn, so 13, so we're just gonna lose. Mox Pearl for 3 mana. All right, well, I can't cast anything relevant, so we're dead. All right, white stacks, or white initiative stacks. So I guess I want Force of Negation so I can negate Trinisphere. Hercule's Recall to bounce all that crap to their hand. I guess Bolt kills Archon and Thalia. Tabernacle is a maybe. Is Bowmasters good here? It kills Thalia, but doesn't hit anything else, really. Flusterstorm is no bueno. What else? Is Mental Misstep even good in this matchup? As far as I can tell, they're not playing anything that costs 1. They're mono white, so it's probably not even good, right? I will cut that until I see something that isn't, that that's 1 mana. A Braid, I guess, kills stuff. What else? So the only creature in our deck is Lurrus, so Tabernacle's fine. I'll cut a top. I'll cut... Can't get rid of Dress Down. We need that. Repeal seems really bad. Like, anything we're bouncing is incredibly expensive to bounce. And then Dig. Although I guess they're probably bringing in Null Rod, maybe? I don't know. I guess Gitaxian Probe is kind of a dead card, right? Like, we don't care what's in their hand because they're not casting anything at instant speed anyway for the most part. It's only relevant for, like, Storm turns, and that's it. All right, so we're on the play. Reveal Lurrus. The only land in our hand is Tabernacle, so we can't do anything, so Molt. All right, we've got Tolarian Academy, we've got Bauble, Manifold Key, and Repeal. So I guess we go... I guess the best thing is to do Urza Saga, Key, Bauble, pass, untap with Tolarian Academy, start making constructs. So I'm going to put back... I really need Repeal if I need to deal with something, and Paradoxical can help us draw a bunch of cards, so I don't want to get rid of that. So the only things I maybe want to get rid of, it's like between C and Repeal. I guess I'm going to get rid of C. All right, Urza Saga, Bauble, Manifold Key, and then pass. Mock Sapphire, Plains, and they are not doing anything. All right, back to us. We drew Jet. Saga ticks up. All right, play Jet, play Tolarian Academy. So this is 3, 4, 5, cast PO, pick 3 things up, draw cards, replay them all, and still make a construct. So this. I bounce all of this, then I have none floating. Oh no, I'm miscounting. I'm just going to have the Jet in play after that. So if I don't hit something, I can't make the construct without tapping the Academy. I guess I can repeal my own Jet and replay it. And then if I don't find anything relevant off of that, just make a construct immediately. All right, repeal this. There's a land. So play that. Oh, wait, no, I played Academy this turn. So replay Jet, and we'll just make a construct. All right, over to them. Evoke Solitude to eat our construct, getting rid of Archon. Yeah, that's fine. Ancient Tomb. Plays Dungeoneer. All right. So then they get the initiative. So then trigger. We drew another Saga. So Academy, make a dude. Then this resolves. And let's see. Mana Vault technically makes the most mana here because I'm just going to pick it up and replay it. But it's the worst in terms of making recursive mana. So if I had more experience, I would know which one to pick. I have 1 floating. I guess I'm going to take Mana Vault. All right, so let's take Mono Vault. Then we can go tap, tap, PO, everything in play. So draw a bajillion cards. All right, that's very cool. I'm out of blue, right? I guess I haven't played a land yet. So I replay everything here, and then I have Breach, but then I don't have really anything to do with that. I can get one blue source, which allows me to brainstorm. If I do that now, it exposes the volcanic island to maybe getting destroyed. So I think it's probably better to just play Saga, replay everything here, and pass, and then next turn try to breach out. So play this, play this, play this, play this, play this, play this, play Saga, trigger. All right, over to them. We do also just have a 7/7 token, so like we might actually be able to just win straight up fighting over the initiative. They are scrying rather than putting the counters here, and they bottomed both of them. All right, they attack. We can't block this. Revealing Wasteland. Well, that's rough, because now we lose Academy, and then, or Saga. I mean, either one. All right, which one are they wasting? I would assume Academy, because it just makes so much more mana. No, they're going to hit Urza's Saga. All right, Urza's Saga it is. Plays another Dungeoneer. Sure. So initiative. Then they make a treasure. That's fine. All right, we draw another Breach. So first things first, let's make... So I need to get red regardless, right? So Academy, then cast Brainstorm. All right, so let's put away one of the two breaches, and what else? I need red mana, so I'm going to be fetching. The Bolt is irrelevant. Abrade is also pretty relevant at this point. Actually, I can maybe bolt them. No, I don't have enough ways to make repeated red mana. So let's just put these two away. Then Misty, fetch, grab Volcanic, then tap this for colorless, and play Breach. Right, float this, untap Mono Vault, tap, cast Paradoxical Outcome, bouncing everything here except Breach because I don't have red mana. So bounce all of those, and then pay the colorless and get rid of land, land, land. So outcome, everything back to the hand, replay everything. Replay all of this, play Ruby, play another Bauble. We have another Paradox, or I can just Demonic Tutor for Brain Freeze right now and just kill them. Storm count is 10, so that's 30 cards. Yeah, so Demonic Tutor. Where's Brain Freeze? Brain Freeze. So Brain Freeze, targeting you. Storm. All right, so this boarding decision seems fine to me. This hand is super slow. The only thing it's got going for it is Force of Will. So we've got no payoff. We've got a Ponder to try to find stuff. So we can force with Hercule's Recall and then just try to ponder into something. I guess we've got a Ponder and then we can shuffle. I don't know. They're also kind of all-in deck, right? Like they just go all-in on an initiative guy or Trinisphere or something. I'll keep. This hand does seem incredibly suspect to keep, though. Chrome Mox, yeah, that's fine. Trigger, Imprinting, Dauntless Dismantler, plays Mox Jet, Wasteland, Trinisphere. All right, counter that. The only question is with what? Because Hercule's Recall is actually kind of nice that it gets rid of their Chrome Mox, and then their Chrome Mox is gone, and they have to imprint another thing to make it work. But if I get rid of Ponder, then my hand's just doing nothing. All right, get rid of this and Hercule's Recall. All right, Trinisphere down. So we got to wait on this Wasteland. So Ponder. Urza's Saga, which I guess gets killed. We do have a Brainstorm, which is very nice. So let's go Opal Saga Brainstorm and no shuffle. Draw the Brainstorm. Let's play this now before they get like another Trinisphere down or something. And then back to them. Then we'll draw the Saga, and then we can Brainstorm and fetch away garbage. Archon of Emeria. Yep, that was unfortunate. Well, oh, the fetch land enters tap 2. Yikes. All right, fetch land, and then just back to them, I guess. Might just want to stop at my upkeep, probably, depending on what happens. So 2 from Archon. We go to 17. Ancient Tomb. Man, if they just have an initiative guy, we're so behind. A second Archon. That's not so bad. Wasteland, our fetch. Sure. All right, well, we're casting Brainstorm here. So, okay, we don't want to draw Mox Opal number 2, so we're going to put this back, and we're going to put back... Man, it's so awkward because I want to immediately slam Urza Saga is the thing. Let's put back Misty. We're going to draw both of them. Yeah, all right. Then we draw. Everything's just entering tapped, so, okay, yeah, let's get Urza Saga down, and let's play Mono Vault, and over to them. And I have to use Mono Vault even to activate this in the first place. So awkward. Same, like Misty's enter tap too. We're just losing the race, and if I tap the Mono Vault, then we lose the life from the vault. Then we lose life from the vault. I guess I can Paradox it back. Dauntless Dismantler, come on. Sacrifice, destroy each artifact with mana value X. So rough. All right, so then we draw another Opal. Oh man. All right, so let's get Academy down now, I guess. So on their turn, I go tap Monovault, make a construct. That's the third artifact. And then I have one floating, and that's 3, which is 1 short of being able to outcome. So rough. They can also just blow it up, and they can blow up Opal. If I play PO now, I can't replay anything. That's the issue. All right, so let's just pass to them. This is 5 a turn. Ugh, so bad. All right, just swinging with these guys. So we go to 9. Oh, I can't even untap my vault. So they just pop this on 0. I lose the Opal and I lose the guy. So if I activate the vault now, it's just pointless. So I guess I PO instead to bounce everything to try to find some kind of answer to this. And then I still only have 1 card a turn. So bad. I guess even if they pop it, I can find Manifold Key to untap the Mono Vault. But then I'm at 8. All right, let's just PO these. The problem with both of these in play, I can't even kill both of them even if I find an answer. Actually, all my answers are red, right? So the Misty Rainforest comes in tapped. I guess I can fetch Mox Ruby, although it comes in tapped with this thing as well. It's just so insane. All right, well, I can't even make a construct with this, so I guess we just float. So we just can't do anything, and we're dead in 2 hits. So Divining Top is the only thing I can maybe find. What can I even grab? Like, I have removal spells. I guess I have Dress Downs in my deck, so I can flash Dress Down in to shut off all of this bullshit. I guess that's my only out, right? It's fine Dress Down. So let's grab top. All right, spin the top. What's on top? Demonic Tutor, which is not even viable way of getting rid of this stuff. I guess it sort of is, right? No, I take 5. I'm at 4. Then if I Demonic Tutor, I'm still dead. So I have to fetch on upkeep to prevent myself from losing. I haven't played a spell this turn, so I can play Mono Vault. Oh, right, it enters tapped. God damn it. Well, it's Dress Down or Bust. They're popping it. Yeah, I played that badly. So stop on my upkeep. We are going to 5. Thalia. Well, if we weren't dead before, we're dead now. Fetch. Let's grab Volcanic, which also comes in tapped. Yeah, all right. All right, round number 4. We're on the draw. So let's see. Saga, Lotus Petal, Merchant Scroll, Force of Will, Breach. So Merchant Scroll can fetch Recall. So this hand's slow, but like has the tools to get there. All right, keep. That is if I'm not forced to force something. Mox Pearl, Mox Emerald, Lotus Petal, Mountain, but then they're not doing anything. All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to play Volcanic, Lotus Petal, and pass the turn. Yeah, play Volcanic, play Lotus Petal, and pass. Opponent flashes in Resolute Reinforcements. All right, I officially have no idea what I'm playing against. We take 2 from these guys, plays a Plateau, plays Warden of the Inner Sky. Is this Boros Convoke but in Vintage? What is going on? So this thing can get really big really fast, which I guess I can abrade it. So yeah, that's fine. That resolves. Top the card. All right. Well, I don't have time to Merchant Scroll, and I don't have time to Merchant Scroll, so let's just kill this now. Deal 3 to this guy. And then we have Force of Will up for whatever it is that they're playing next. And then next turn, we can start making constructs which block these dudes. Gorilla Shaman. All right. So he can blow up my Lotus Petal. I mean, okay. Like, yeah, you can blow up my Lotus Petal. Yeah, that's fine. I gotta make sure to counter, like, initiative guys or something. Yeah, sure. Make a blue mana. Not that I'm going to use it for anything. Imodane's Recruiter. So it really is Boros Convoke in Vintage. All right, well, we're countering this. And pitching PO. Take another 2 from these dudes. Sure. This triggers. Play Underground Sea. Go. All right, they've apparently conceded. I guess I'm bringing in all of my removal. And Tabernacle. And cutting. This is slow. This is bad and slow. The Dress Downs don't seem particularly great when they just have a bunch of, like, tiny creatures. I guess they can stop, what, an Immodane trigger or something? Let's cut Flusterstorm. Let's cut Probe. And a top. All right. Lotus Monovault Manifold Key with Lorien revealed to cycle for a land. So I can go Lotus, Vault, Lorien, play Bowmasters or whatever on turn 1. That seems pretty good. All right, keep. So if we don't get like turn 1 Trinisphere or something, then this seems great. Monocrypt, Mox Pearl, Mox Ruby, Wasteland, train the troops, make 2 knights. All right then. Well, I don't have to Lotus anymore, although I'm going to play it. So I got to be wary of this Wasteland. So they can cast this. So I'm taking a lot of damage if I don't interact here. I'm taking 9 to be precise. So let's go Tarn, Lotus. So I can make a lot of mana, but I can't actually do that much with it. What can I Merchant Scroll for? I guess PO, right? So I can go fetch, vault, Manifold Key, untap, Lotus for blue, Merchant Scroll, PO, bounce 2 things, draw 2 cards. That doesn't seem very good. The correct move may actually just be fetch Volcanic Bolt one of these, as weird as it is. I can also just cast Lorien Revealed and draw a bunch of cards. I'm only taking 9 next turn, which isn't, like, too bad. All right, fetch. Let's make sure to grab something that's not going to get wastelanded. So, blue, vault, tap this, Manifold Key, untap this, and tap this, then cast Lorien. So, draw a bunch. There's Opal. We also drew Recall, which is pretty freaking good. But let's just set up for next turn. Let's just Merchant Scroll, go grab PO, and then we'll just pass to them and then have Bolt up. Or heck, I mean, I don't even need to Bolt. I can just Recall. They are not casting their Bushwhacker dude, so we take 4, go to 15. They actually have Convoke, guys. Knight of Aaron of Eos. 2 Gorilla Shamans. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's so rough. Activating, targeting the Opal. All right, blue. Opal dies. All right, Recall. We need to draw some cards here. They have another one next turn as well. Ooh, Shalarian Academy is great. All right, so their hand's Shaman plus Wasteland, or plus, no, just Shaman. Their hand's Shaman. All right, this triggers. We're not paying it. And then I guess I'm going to untap it with the Manifold Key anyway. So Pearl is a good draw, although they can just activate the Shaman to blow it up. So we have to be careful about how I do this. If I play Academy, then I don't have the mana to do anything else. I can also just flash in Dress Down on their end step, but when they untap, they at least have... No, they have multiple Gorilla Shaman activations, and they'll just blow up everything. This is rough. F me, how do I do this? So I can Bowmasters this guy, but then they just have another one. I guess I can force the other one. Yeah. So Underground Sea. I'm just thinking if I can do anything better this turn. It doesn't really seem like it. All right, let's just kill this dude now. So Bowmasters, shoot this guy, then play Pearl. And then we can use the Pearl to untap this. So back to them, and then we'll force the Gorilla Shaman, getting rid of Dress Down, and try to win next turn. Yeah, force that. Plays a Lotus Petal, so now they can play their Immodane. So I guess the Orc Army chumps the Knight, and I take 9 and go to 4. All right, Orc Army block here. They are empty-handed. We go to our turn. Oh, they're Wastelanding our Underground Sea. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I have to be cognizant of this Wasteland for the T Academy. So if I play T Academy... Yeah, all right, so Vault, untap, float this, mana, Paradox, bouncing all of these back to my hand. So draw a bunch, replay the Pearl, replay the Vault, replay the Manifold Key. So the only play, I can play Time Walk this turn. Actually, I have to T Academy, right? I have to. Yeah, but tap, this untaps this, because I need blue mana. So Academy, tap, outcome, bounce all of these. All right, so replay this, replay the key, replay the Pearl, Brainstorm. Another Paradox, that is excellent. All right, so the Sagas are going to be too slow. So put this back and put this back, or this, put a Bolt back, I guess, I don't know. I've played my land for the turn anyway, so put all that back and then tap. I have more blue mana. I guess I have more blue mana if I just Time Walk now and try to get there next turn, and then they're going to Wasteland the Academy, which is fine. It gives me more shots at drawing better stuff. So let's Time Walk. Or it gives me another shot at drawing another thing to bounce. So, yeah, all right. So try to go to my next turn. I guess they're just allowing me to untap with Tolarian Academy. That's kind of shocking, but all right. They are just conceding here. All right, well, I don't think that I had that locked up at all, but it is what it is. All right, round 5 on the play. Okay, this hand looks excellent. We've got a bunch of mana, and then we can Brainstorm to find more stuff. Also, how much is this if I just Brain Freeze our opponent? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We Brain Freeze them for 15. That's not good enough. And also depending on, like, if they're Dredge Vine, that's actually terrible. But, I mean, obviously the hand's good. So we'll keep this. All right. Ruby, Opal, Soul Ring. Tap this for Brainstorm. Wow. All right. Put back Brain Freeze. Put back off Flusterstorm. Underground Sea, pass. I guess I could just put Lurrus in my hand, but that goes shields down if I do that. Now let's just put Lurrus in my hand. Like, if they have the turn 1 win, then okay, sure. Urza Saga, Mana Vault, Mox Pearl, Mox Sapphire, Manifold Key. Untap the Vault, okay. Plays Karn. All right. Well, Flusterstorm doesn't answer that anyway. So, yeah. Their opening hand is insane and beats our opening hand. So now our only shot is to recall and try to find something. Blowing up our ruby. All right, top. And we know the bottom 2 cards are not going to do it. All right, recall. Saga, which we can't activate. And then we've got nothing else. Then we're just going to lose to Karn. All right, so I'm going to take it that Flusterstorm isn't good here. I'm going to take it that what is good here? Mindbreak Trap, Force, not Recall, not Bowmasters, not Bolt. I guess Needle. Although if the Karn's on the board, we're losing the game. So, like, I guess we're not necessarily losing the game. We lost the game in that hand, but we won't always be in that situation. But then why do we need Needle anyway? They are a Saga deck, so Dress Down is not useless, and it cycles. Let's do that. Okay, this hand is not good. All we can do is turn to Demonic Tutor, and then, like, we're not even... Yeah, so mull this. This is better. We've got Time Walk with Lorien Cycle and other things. All right, keep this. What am I binning? Probably Dress Down. Yeah, get rid of Dress Down. All right, Monocrypt, Delta, Fetch, grab Underground Sea, cast Time Walk. So then, if I'm Mystical Tutoring, can I win here? I can tutor for what? Recall or PO, but PO is not great on this board. I'm 2 turns away from being able to just cast Lorien Revealed normally. If I want to tutor for Recall, I have to do it now, right? All right, cycle Lorien Revealed. Let's go grab the Volk, and then we're going to stop on my upkeep. So trigger, then cast Mystical Tutor, and let's go grab Ancestral Recall. Then we draw that. Then we play Volk. Then we recall. All right. So Monocrypt tap, play top, activate top. A bunch of fast mana. So we probably want to draw Mana Vault first. So Petal, Sapphire, Vault. Over to them. Hers is Saga. Soul Ring. Grim Monolith. Black Lotus. Yeah, okay. So trigger. We lost the flip. We're at 16. Draw for turn. So tap this, play Mana Vault. Then tap this, cast Lorien Revealed. Blue, blue. So draw a bunch. Okay, so we can Vamp Tutor and then Sapphire Ponder, draw the card. But what can we tutor for? We only have 1 mana afterwards, right? So we go Petal, Sapphire. So I Vamp Tutor, then Ponder, and then I've got 1 mana and the Saga open, right? So I can grab Time Vault, but I can't untap Time Vault, or I can grab PO, but I can't use it. I think I have to pass, unfortunately. I'm only going to have 2 afterwards, so then... Yeah, all right, so let's Ponder. PO, Opal, and Dig Through Time. So if I take Opal and then Saga, and then I draw with the top, then I have PO in my hand and exactly 4 mana. So this, this, this. Don't shuffle. Cast Opal. Player's a Saga. Draw with the top. So then PO, target these. Blue, this, this. I have to crack Petal to do it. All right. We still draw 4 cards. Paradoxical on their things. Okay. All right, we drew a whole bunch. So replay Sapphire, replay Crypt, tap this, play Vault, play Opal. I've played a land, so I can't play Academy. So the only thing I can play is Dig Through Time. And then I'm out of colored mana. All right, so that's probably still correct, though. So Dig, blue, blue, Delving. All right, so cast Dig Through Time. We found Underworld Breach, which I can't play, but I can play it next turn to win. And Mental Misstep is a good way of countering Soul Ring when they play it again next turn. So let's take... Oh, I can also take Ruby, right? What if I take Ruby here? So I take Ruby, Underworld Breach, and then I have 5, cast the Breach, have 3 left. It's all colorless, though. Can't do anything with it. All right, so take Breach and take Misstep. And then play the top, and then back to them. Do you have any experience with modern post-Link era Yu-Gi-Oh? Every time I watch vintage MTG, I always ask myself, why not just play Yu-Gi-Oh? I have played Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was so long ago that I don't hardly remember anything about it, and it would not be relevant to today. 5 mana, Soul Ring. All right, let's counter that. Grim Monolith. All right, they don't have any other thing to spend mana on, so then back to us. These go on the stack. Resolve this. Name heads. We win the flip. All right. Saga goes up to 2. That's fine. So, mana, mana. I guess I should make sure that Underworld Breach actually resolves before I start tapping everything. So, Academy, red, colorless, Breach. Force of Will, getting rid of Seagate Resto. Yeah. Let's look at the top cards. Actually, I have Vampiric Tutor, right? So I can draw at instant speed, so I can counter them back. All right, so black, Vamp Tutor. All right, what's the cheapest way of countering this? Is it Force of Will? Because I sided out my other counter spell. So yeah, it is Force of Will. Oh, wait, no, it's Force of Negation. Okay, there we go. So Force of Negation, then we'll float this, then draw a card here, then force this. Breach Resolve. There we go. All right. Float, float, and I guess black. So Paradoxical can also bounce Breach. Hang on, let me float red here because I'll have not that much left. So Paradoxical, let's draw 5 cards, and then let's exile Misstep, Dig, and Force of Negation. All right, draw a whole bunch. Replay everything. Sapphire, Opal, Pearl, Soul Ring. Tap this, play Monovault. Tap this, tap this, tap this, tap this. Tap this for black. Cast top. We have so much mana that I'm just going to breach again. Paradox. Bounce, 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 bounce. All right. Cast this, cast this, cast this. Cast the Pearl. Cast the Opal. Cast the Sapphire. Cast the Monocrypt. Tap this. Cast the Monovault. Cast the Black Lotus. Cast the top. I have 23 cards left in my deck. I haven't found Brain Freeze yet, so tap this, tap this, tap this for red, I guess. I don't know. Tap this one, tap this one, tap this one. Paradox. Actually, no. I can draw more cards if I breach. Play Breach. Paradox. Bounce. Draw a whole bajillion cards. All right. Play this. Play. All right. We found Time Vault. So cast Lotus. Cast Sapphire. Cast Bauble. Cast Monovault. Cast Crypt. Cast Soul Ring. Cast Ruby. Cast Pearl. Kind of shocked that we haven't found Brain Freeze yet. Play Manifold Key. Tap this. Play Time Vault. Then so many cards in my hand. All right. Actually, I don't even need to tap all this yet. Just play top. Play this top. So then mana, Merchant Scroll. Go grab Brain Freeze. I guess if they have Mind Break Trap, I can just force it back. All right. Brain Freeze you. Kind of surprised that they made us go through all of that, but okay, so they are also a force deck, which makes Flusterstorm a little all right, but like it's not great. Repeal seems bad though. That just seems so bad. So let's not play Repeal. Dress Down, they're just like going to combo kill us before this is relevant, right? So let's just run Flusterstorm instead. All right, we have Jet Island, Time Walk, but then nothing else really, although we can tutor for Recall, so that's fine. We have 1 Force of Will to interact with them, though. All right, I'll keep. Seagate tapped. All right, Island, Jet, Pedal. Let's just cast Time Walk and see what they do. Time Walk. All right, I'm going to stop on my own upkeep. Actually, you know what? I guess let's just Mystical Tutor now. Yeah, all right, because it's the same regardless. So Mystical Tutor, blue. So let's grab Recall, and then we'll draw. Then we'll cast Recall on ourselves. All right, so that resolved. So let's play Divining Top, Opal, and then we'll just pass from here. Mishra's Workshop, 4 mana, casts Ring. All right, look at the top 3 cards of my deck. A Braid, Bauble, Soul Ring. Okay, Force, and let's pitch Force. All right, we successfully countered the Ring. All right, so Soul Ring, and then we can PO everything. So PO these 4. You didn't force my Force on your Ring, but you're forcing PO? All right, getting rid of Tinker. Well, very well then. So the next card down is Mishra's Bauble, Ancient Tomb, Monovault, Coveted Jewel. Yeah, I guess I actually should I have drawn immediately? Phyrexian Metamorph, which can copy the Jewel. Yeah, I have to hit you to take this. Opal, Grim Monolith, Metamorph into another Jewel. Sapphire, Manifold Key, Time Vault. All right, we lose. 2 and 3. I felt like every deck we lost to was just either they slammed like a Trinisphere or something on board immediately, or they slammed like that last game. So, I mean, that's vintage. Like, what are we going to do? Cards that felt like they absolutely sucked. A Braid, Repeal, Dig Through Time, Dress Down. I don't understand why we're ever running more than 1 top. These here, this feels like basically other than top and Dig Through Time, these 4 feel like, why are these main deck? I can kind of understand having like a Repeal or something, like 1 main board bounce spell so you can get out of Trinisphere or something, but like these other ones, Like, do we need more than 1 of these? I would rather just have more stuff that contributes to the combo than run these main. And I don't know if we need the second Bauble. Maybe it's fine. We are a Luris deck. I'm also not really that high on Pithing Needle as a sideboard card anymore. The Bolts also. There's like a lot of things that these don't kill. But I guess they mainly kill the things that we need to kill, like Thalia, Archon, etc., those kind of things. So these are probably fine. Yep, that's Paradoxical Outcome.